What's up, everybody? It's your main man, Bennett, back here and again, and welcome back to the Not Yo Mama's Fantasy Football League Volume 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Thank you for joining us today. These are the Week 4 power rankings. We're getting into, preamble, blah, blah, blah. What can we say? I don't know. What do we got going on? Let's just get into rankings. Society, Society,
Society.
All right, well, thank you again for tuning in. We're going to jump into the 12th place team. The 12th place team in these here rankings is... Spit on myself. Kicking it with Young Ho. That's right, moving to a 1-3 record. Staying at the 12th spot. Although Young Ho Koo did perform well, he performed admirably, hooked up 12 points from the kicker position, I believe. Let me touch my board here. At the end of the day, about 75 points this week. A low point output for Samuel thus far. And while it wasn't enough to defeat the Fancy Lads would have beat anybody this week, or for the most part, he would have beat a lot of teams. What can you say? We'll move on to the 11th place team. The 11th place team in these here rankings is Ghost of Bongtown. That's right. Jamal Williams, in DeAndre Swift's absence, did very good against my Seattle Seahawks. But, what can we say? Andrew has definitely had a rough go of it. I mean, you lose Dak Prescott. You have to make do with Ryan Tannehill. And, what's going on with Keenan Allen. And, now Jonathan Taylor might have some sort of situation. So Andrew will look to summon all his strengths of these Bongtown ancestors as he does battle with literally the Packers running back room. Tanner's out for blood too, so what are you gonna do? Let's go, baby. We're gonna move on to the 10th place team. 10th place team in these here rankings is Chateau, St. Bargles Winery. It's my team. My notes are just as the legends foretold. Michael, he came in, got the victory, not without the little dramatic, theatrical flair towards the end. It was only a 3.62 point victory. Very close. Had I played Raheem Mostert instead of Curtis Samuel, I would have won. But, say lovey. Every week, that's just the way it is. So we'll move on to the 9th place team. The 9th place team in these here rankings is Team Diaper Funds. Yes, Corey's team. This is not the way Corey wanted this season to begin. Belch. Josh Allen's definitely doing his thing. And overall, scoring 123 points is not bad. So he would have defeated 8 other teams this week. He's just been pretty unlucky. He played Grand Salami time. And let's see, this week I think he takes on Michael's team. And I think that Corey has the right stuff. I think he does. He has all the right stuff to knock Michael's team down, I think. But can it be done is the question. Josh Allen will have to have a monster game in order to knock off the current 4-0 top team. Move on to the 8th place team. 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8th place team. Team Rob's. Team Rob's, what can we say? He lost to Ben, got smacked up. Played Alvin Kamara at the flex, and Alvin Kamara didn't play this week. Not that anyone on his bench would have salvaged the situation, but solid performances with guys like DK Metcalf, Miles Sanders. This shows that those guys might be able to be relied upon to score some points here. This week he takes on Grand Salami time in a battle of the 2-2, the 2-2s. Somebody will win or get a winning record. Someone else will not. All right, moving on to the 7th place team. 7th place team is Master Cook. So, take a little drink here. 7-Up, zero sugar. So, Master Cook, 7th place, up 3 spots. Niners D with over 20 points. Tyreek Hill with over 20 points. This was a slobber knocker, and it came to blows with Tanner's team. Ultimately, Allen got the victory. The margin of victory was 2.38 points, which is the smallest, most narrowest of channels of victory that we have seen thus far in this fantasy season. So, what can we say? It was also nice to see J.K. Dobbins in his second game back throw up over 20 points. So, he takes on kicking with Young Ho this week. Moving on to the 6th place team. 6th place team in these rankings is literally the Packers running back room. Tanner's team. Good to see Russell Wilson throw up some points. Cooper Kupp did his thing as he do. Would have been funny if Tanner ended up playing Jared Goff, who went off against the Seattle Seahawks there. Jared Goff put up over 41 points. And, like we mentioned, margin of victory is small. So had he played Goffito, I think he would have won, and then then Tanner would be 3-1. We'd be talking about Tanner's team, but there are some positives to take away. Tanner's team gets stronger, and we move along to the 5th place team, which is Grand Salami time. It's Katie's team. She's 2-2. The Mariners got into the playoffs for the first time in 21 years. Applause break for that. It won't last very long, but it's nice. It's nice for now. My notes include that when Josh Jacobs, Christian McCaffrey, and T. Higgins combined for about 75 points, you're going to do pretty good. Pretty good there with that trio of potentiality. So Jalen Hurts is also just so good, and he kind of underperformed this past week. So kind of an aberration. His average is 27, and he got up 6. He did 16. So, ping pang. Takes on Team Robs this week in the battle of 2-2s. Family affair. You'll love to see it. So we'll move on to the 4th place team. 4th place team we see our rankings is Betta with Chedda. That's right. It's Ben's team. Ben's back. Let's see. He not only did he get the win, but he also scored the most points of anybody this week with 132.76 points. Kind of an average performance by Lamar Jackson as well. As it turns out, although Ben here, I'm putting him in the 4th place slot. He's just 2-2, and he's not up there with the tippy top teams. He's had a couple bad breaks. He's the 2nd highest scoring team after a month, only behind one other team. And one other team is Michael's team. So there you have that. Also, with a matchup against the Winery this week, you know that the reigning champion is trying to come back, move to 3-2. I think that it can be done. Could it be done? Will it be done? we will move on to the third place team. Can you hear it? Can you smell it? That's right, it's O-side Veda go, baby. Kyler Murray, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, Debo all throwing up points. Combined for about 70. This is Melvin Gordon got him negative 1.2. I don't think Melvin Gordon will be doing that anytime soon again. Especially with Javonte Williams going out. They got to use Melvin Gordon. I don't see what else they're going to do. So his stock, I think, is as low as it could be. And it's going to go up. That weirdo. Zero sugar. Lemon lime. What else we got? What else we got here? As luck would have it, Darren's taking on the Fancy Lads this week. Battle of the 3-1s. These top tier teams, at least at the beginning of the month of play, somebody is going to get the L. Who will it be? Who will it be? We'll move on to the second place team. The second place team is, of course, the Fancy Lads. It's Whitdo coming through. Remains in the second place slot here. First, second, and third are all exactly as they were just this past week, which is a lovely sight. Whitney remains in the second slot after producing a 54-point beatdown of Kicking It with Youngko, which is currently the largest margin of victory that we have seen thus far this season. 54 points. He did something similar in week 1. So let's see. Patrick Mahomes, Justin Jefferson, and TJ Hawkinson combined for 91 points. Yeah. Javonte Williams is going to be an interesting parable. Just as I was talking about him in favor of Melvin Gordon, it'll be interesting to see how the Fancy Lads reacts to this star running back when he doesn't have much else to stand on. I did notice he basically has got Devin Singletary, and that's a little bit of it. So now we get to see, will the Fancy Lads stand pat with what they got? Will they look to the waiver wire and get like Mark Ingram or Samaje Perine, Dontrell Hilliard? These are the kind of wild and crazy times befalling this top-ranked team. We will now move on to the number one team. The number one team in these here rankings is Limp Biscuits. And it's just one of those days. That's right. It's the Limp Biscuits. It's Michael's 3rd week at the top position. He is still, he's undefeated. Justin Herbert, Austin Eckler, Saquon, they are all doing well. Throwing that Rashad Penny looked pretty damn good against Detroit there. Was that a high water mark, or is he capable of putting up 20-point days, and here and there and everywhere? Actually, 28.2. That's a heck of a lot of points there for the SDSU alum, Rashad Penny. I know that Michael hates the idea of playing him, but it might just work out. Let's see. He will look to continue his brand of Fred Durston. These are my notes. Fred Durston ways. Who's he up against? I don't know. Let's see. Top team, Limp Biscuit taking on Team Diaper Funds. That's going to be a battle. Team Robs and Grand Salami Time, of course. That's going to be a battle. Master Cook and Kicking It with Young Ho. That's a battle. O-side Veda go and the Fancy Lads. That's a battle. Goes to Bongtown versus literally the Packers running back room. And that's a battle. Then Betta with Chedda goes to Chateau St. Bargles. That's going to be, that'll be a nice afternoon ice cream social for Ben. So that's it for everything going on here with that rankings. Tune in this week, next week, week after, What else can I say? Has been said. Pata.